everyone. Welcome again to K Podcast. Hello, Anton Blue Rose. Hi, girl. So, before we get into this particular topic over here, there is this lady. I think she was in a pack, a team pack or something. And there is this guy that just came around her and literally, gave her a compliment. And the thing is that she did not respond. So he got very, very aggressive and abusive. But I want you guys to actually see the video because I'm going to bring up the video later. But before we do that, we're going to listen to every other person's opinion. Then I'm going to actually pull up the video and we're going to dissect that particular video because the words that he was saying to her, it was disgusting. To the fact that this young lady had to call other men out that were just standing around and watching her being abused. Like, there were other men there. And before people say, oh, the men were old or something, nah. There were able-bodied men around her. They were standing in a line. I don't know what they wanted to buy. And nobody, no man, I'm going to say this, in that whole place decided to step in. It was at last when she called the cops. The cops had to, because I'm pretty sure the cops were around, so they came and they arrested this man for being aggressive towards her. Now, this is the thing that actually annoys me because of all the protection that a lot of men be spewing out here talking about, we are protecting women. And then you see multiple videos like this. You get stories all the time. You get people talking about their stories and how women are not being actually protected. Instead, men are afraid of other men and they're afraid of stepping in because they don't want the smoke. That's one thing that I don't understand when men come out here and talk about protection. You can't even protect yourself. Just say it. Say that you're afraid of other men. But don't use that on women and be like, I'm protecting you. No, you are not. Because a lot of women are out here that are not protected. There are a lot of unprotected women out here. And that's why when I hear a man talking about, if you are not having a man, then you will not be protected. Like, she is not even protected, even if you are there. You can't, because first of all, you'll be thinking about the harm that will be done to you first as a man. And I get it. I really do get it. But I don't want to be hearing anybody talking about who's going to protect who. So before we get into this particular video, I'm going to bring up, first of all, the other people that had something to say about this video before I give you guys my intake and actually bring the original video up here so we can see and actually talk about it.
Out here not saying shit and just letting him talk is crazy.
Go watch that full video for context. Incredibly crowded public event, and that man was screaming at these women for such a long time before anyone stepped in and did anything. This is the danger of incel rhetoric. He said, why are you not wearing a fucking bathrobe if you don't want men like me to scream at you? He said, know your place as a woman, take a compliment. He, the man making a scene, said this is what men have to deal with in 2023. And then these red pill creators who target young and lonely men come on here and they say men don't have a problem holding other men accountable. Go watch that fucking video. Not all men, we're the good men in that video. Such a public event and that man still felt comfortable doing that. I may have misheard, but didn't he say he wanted to put her in his fucking trunk? Be fucking better.
I don't think they're ever gonna be better because this is the thing. They're afraid of each other. They're afraid of each other, but they don't want to say it, but they want to tell you that they are out here protecting you. Meanwhile, they can't even protect themselves because they don't want that smoke. They're afraid of each other. That is it. But they want to tell you you're being protected. By whom? From them? It is the fear-mongering for me. It is the fear-mongering for me. I'm just going to say it. Now we're going to bring up this next person over here because she had a lot to say and a lot of advice before we bring up the original video.
It's just going off, just having a... Have you guys seen that video going around where a man is just going off, just having a full-blown tantrum because he gave a woman a compliment and she didn't behave like he thought she should or whatever. Just a full-blown tantrum, just spiraling out of control. Well, there were men around. Everybody was just standing around. And like my mutual says,
Yeah, and some of them, she even showed, some of them even got into the camera where she was recording it. Like, this man was very, very close to this woman that he could literally punch her. He could literally punch her, and I'm not sure anybody would have done anything about it because he was yelling for a long time. Nobody did anything. Nobody said, hey, stop. You're making people uncomfortable here. Hey, stop. You're frightening her. Nobody came to her rescue. Nobody said anything. They just stood there. Instead, they were trying to check if she's recording it and getting themselves in the camera, in the shot.
Notice how not a single man intervened. So much for them being protectors. If you guys want to see the video, you can find this content creator. You can go watch the full-on video yourself. And what she puts in her caption, well, how some of my night went at Sale Fest, all because he complimented a woman I was with, and he didn't care for her response, and told her if she didn't want attention of a man, don't dress like that. She literally had on a tank.
Like, I don't understand where they be getting this, the fact that they feel like their opinion matters. Like, this is I feel like this thing, I don't understand the audacity. Like, let me say this. I'm just gonna be sincere. Only a wicked gene would act like this. And I feel like men have the wicked gene, and even it's been proven by scientists. Men are the wicked gene when it comes to human race, because women have a lot that they produce, and they have to do, and they have to carry on. And unless you're so weak, you ain't gonna be trying to put hands on everybody, trying to show your dominance, behaving all of this way, going out of your way to control what people do or what people wear, because many of these men feel out of control. So they're trying to act up. And I'm not saying they're like, yeah, he should be held accountable for that. You don't come out of your house and then think you find a stranger, you compliment the stranger. Like, I'm gonna say this. I don't know. I was trying to look for that video that Abba and Preach did. Is it not long ago, of a guy opening a door for another guy? This is how much this is the insecurities that they carry around, and I feel like a lot of men need to go to therapy and find out what is wrong with themselves, because this world has gone through a lot. I know that they always talk about, oh, when a man does something, they put it into women's power. Women's problem. And they say, how can we help women? How can we do this for women? This is not a woman's problem. This is majority men's problem. And the moment men make this into men's problem instead of how can we help women, or this is a woman's problem, no, it is a man problem. The moment men sit around and talk about this and call it what it is, men having a problem with themselves and fixing it. I don't think they want to even fix it, to be sincere. This is a man problem. It has nothing to do with women.
Top tucked into her jeans. That is the point that I want to hammer. It literally does not matter how a woman is dressed. It doesn't. So some people have been talking over the last couple of days like a woman should respect herself and do this. It does not.
This is the thing. All of this burden falls on the shoulders of women. A woman have to do this. A woman have to dress like this. A woman have to. How about teach men to control themselves? How about that? How about teach men to actually have a respect for themselves and everybody else? How about talk about men that have this problem, going and seeking help to find out what's wrong with them internally, because this has nothing to do with the women. And this is the thing, they always want to shift the blame on the woman. When a man does something, it's the woman's fault. No, it's not. It's the man's problem. And the man has to fix that. And the moment society understand that this is mostly men problem and they fix it, I think the world would be a better place. But I don't think anybody want to fix it, because men are so egotistic that they won't even agree or accept this degeneracy that they be out here throwing.
not matter what she's wearing. The woman that this man had complimented was wearing a tank top and some jeans, and he still felt like he should have access to her. She was still treated disrespectfully. That, to me, is the epitome of my points. That it's not about us as women, is that these XYs need to be contained. And instead of always having the instruction manual towards us, y'all need to be getting these XYs in line.
No, I think there should be an instruction manual for men instead of all the time women. This is what you do. You know that manual that they always hand out to girls, especially when you're growing up. Don't do this so that a man would do that. Don't do this so that a man wouldn't get angry. Don't do this so that a man wouldn't go after you. Don't. How about having that instruction manual for men that actually have that problem and be like, don't go out and do this to a woman. Instead, it is not funny. Or have actual consequences for them. That when they do that, they pay for it. Because there is one thing I know and I have learned my whole life about men. Men are not afraid of things that will not hurt them. I'm just telling you. And they will continue to thrive and continue to do it over and over and over again. The only time a man fears something is when there is consequence attached to it. When he has to pay a very painful price for it. That is the only time they respect and see authority or anyhow. Men do not listen to, let me say this, a lot of men do not take advice from, don't go and do this to women and leave them alone. Some of them will still go and do whatever they want to do because they feel like, you know what, society sees them as these degenerate kids that run around and have nobody to actually control them. And this is where I always talk about, I want to bring up this topic about people talking about the patriarchy and the matriarchy. I feel like the patriarchy has no place in leadership because look at the world. Look at the world. Everything is born in hunger, greed. But if you put the matriarchy up there, you notice that you have that motherly love. That's why what is the name? Is it Ireland? Is one of the most happiest country because it's ruled by women. Look at countries that are ruled by women, by the way, especially the ones in Europe. They are the most progressive countries and the most happiest countries. Now we're going to go back into this.
Thankfully, them people came, and thankfully this man got taken away. But what if he hadn't? What if he had touched this woman and harmed her? And so many people, mammies as guardians alike, would be like, what did she do to deserve it? That's because you guys always have the capacity to comfort women, and you always shift the blame from what the man did to what the woman was doing wrong. These dudes are failing and flailing, but you only have words for women. These dudes are not out here controlling their urges. They're not controlling their speech. They're not controlling their emotions. Yet, the vitriol and the rule book is always coming back to women. This is the reason why I would never say defund the police, because we don't have any allies. Black women don't have any allies. Barely the women are barely supporting us. We are literally all we got and calling them people. And until these XYs get put in line, we gonna have to be calling them people. Y'all jump in the comments and tell me what you think.
And have you guys seen it? She's absolutely right. When I hear the defund the police topic, I'm like, who are you going to call? No, tell me, who are you going to call? Because I'm going to show you guys that video. You're going to see every other ethnicity of men and every other man standing around that woman. Why this man was being very aggressive to her, by the way. None of them did anything. Nobody did anything. I'm going to say this. The police might be the best friend of the black woman. I'm just saying the truth. Because if they are not around, what would be it would have actually gotten worse. I'm just saying, because there is nobody from the community is protecting you. Nobody from outside is protecting you. The women that you're supposed to be aligned with doing the sisterhood thing doesn't care about you. They think they're in the pedestal, they are way above, they do is, and when it comes to your problems, they don't care. And this is why when people be talking about feminism and women coming together from all ethnicity, all race, I'm like, see, I don't do that. Because if these women were really sisterhoods, if you guys were really in a sisterhood stuff, black women wouldn't be told not to be rocking their natural hair. It wouldn't be a problem, because the sisterhood would have stood up. That sisterhood, that feminism people, they would have stood up and be like, hey, this is a hair that grows naturally off black women's hair. Why is this banned? Why do we make negative comments about their hair? But no, they don't like that, because let me tell you something. It puts them in a pedestal. And that's why when I see black women out here fighting for everybody, being like, me a feminism, talking about their feminists, I'm like, say, I'm a womanist. And all this talk about, oh, women didn't walk before feminism came. Let me tell you something. Black women were walking before feminism came. I don't know who is that, because some people be out here telling history as if, oh, every woman was sitting down crossing their legs before feminism came. It is not like that. Black women were working before feminism. They were working. There were also some women that were working also. But some people think, oh, without feminism, women would have not been working. Excuse me, I feel like the white plight is every plight. Some people just want to make it that, oh, if white people didn't do it, so everybody didn't do it. But did you ask the other women? That's why I don't trust in feminism. I trust in womanism. I'm a womanist. Yes. I am not a feminist, because that plight does not apply to me. Because when I see what feminism is doing, it's not actually benefiting the brown, especially the black women. It's not benefiting. The sisterhood is not sistering. Women out here, black women not being able to rock their natural hair should be a sign that these women that you're trying to align with ain't your friends. They will definitely use your labor, but they will not help you. So this is one thing that I've noticed. Black women have no friends. And the only person that you can call at the end of the day are the cops. So let me bring up this video over here so that you guys can see this. So this is the original video, by the way.
What's wrong with you? If you don't want anybody to say anything complimenting wise, don't put it on. It's fucking weird. Wear a fucking bathrobe. Dumbass bitch. What the fuck are you talking about?
You heard him call him a bee, and you see the men behind her just standing there looking at all of this going on.
Nigga, don't look at me like that. Respect your place. You guys are women. I put all you guys in my trunk, and everybody will look at you on forensic files the next.
Talking about she being in the forensic file, and he putting her in a trunk, and everybody just standing there just looking at this. Where the protection at? Where is this so-called protection? Because there were more than one man over there. There were even men in the line trying to buy some food or something, and men all around that pack. Where is this so-called protection, people? And she didn't even say anything to him, and he continued abusing this woman.
Next day. Get the fuck out of here. Have some respect for men. Get the fuck out of here. I'm giving you a compliment. You was scared to take it.
Look at the other men behind, just like standing there.
You think I care about you, motherfucker? Stop playing. You don't fuck about y'all? Look, give me a compliment. You can't take it.
Stay right here.
Everybody on the phone, like, yo, you my brother. You my brother. You my brother. Get the fuck out.
Nobody's saying anything. Nobody is saying anything. Nobody's looking at him and saying, hey, pull back. Hey, go away. Hey, stop harassing this person that you don't know.
Out of here. This is what you deal with in 2023. You know? My grandma was better than these bitches.
Talking about his grandma was better than these B words, His grandma, I guess I'm probably, maybe he was raised by grandma. Maybe she didn't do a good job because he sounds mentally insane and he needs to go to, a psychiatric a hospital or something before he gets arrested for, putting hands on somebody out here.
And all you men out here not saying shit and just letting him talk is crazy.
Say hello and say hi. By the piano gallery. They want to act like I'm being disrespectful. But when I get out of pocket, now I'm the problem. It's weird. It's weird.
He is now talking about, they're acting as if he's being disrespectful. You are being disrespectful. You are very aggressive towards her, all because she did not respond to your compliment. And he's talking as if he's the victim. You are not the victim.
Something about news. It's like, oh well, that's why, because you treat motherfuckers like you stupid. Like, all I did is be nice to you. That's how you act? So motherfuckers be nice? Yo, don't point. So
why are you yelling?
All I said was nice. I said,
stop talking to him right now.
Tell me what to fucking do.
Yo,
why are you
stop talking to him until
I'm not talking. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm hearing you.
This was after she spoke out, and I told all the men, so all of you gonna stand here and do nothing. And her friend decided to also, get into the conversation before I start seeing all these people trying to come around, because they probably notice she's filming this and it's probably gonna be going to TikTok, by the way. But yeah, before some people start coming out. But we're gonna see how this ends. Let's continue.
You can say,
yeah.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck when you put it on.
That's what you said.
Yo, listen.
Angelina, Jaylen, come over there. Back to the camera. Right now.
Like this poor girl just standing there and taking all this abuse. Literally. All this insult that he's throwing. Telling her that he's going to put her on her truck. She's going to appear in the forensic and all of this and that. Ask me what this lady did. She did nothing. Even the whole time that he was insulting her, she said absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's not as if she insulted him or anything. She just stood there on her own. And he was triggered the whole time. I'm pretty sure he was waiting for her to say one word. And if she had said a thing and he would have put hands on her, people would have been like, oh, but she insulted him too. So I'm probably sure that's why she did not say anything. Because she didn't want anybody to be like, okay, she tried to say something, so he put hands on her. So she had to stand there like a mute.
I don't know the check. I don't give a fuck what goes on. It's not about that shit. Yo, listen, man. Listen. Nobody even.
The thing is that I'm getting more madder and madder the more I hear his voice in the background. And ladies, please, I'm gonna say this: get yourself something that can protect you from this. From some of these wild men out here that are gonna try to pull ish like this. Get some protection for yourselves. Yes, get something to protect yourself with.
What the fuck you talking about? I don't give a fuck. I didn't know it was your girl. What the fuck does it matter? Yo, listen, man. Why are you taking?
This is why when I remember that story that I did about a mom and a dad and her son being attacked while she was trying to order food, and some women were out here. Why did she leave the weapon unlocked? Why did she tell her son to go and pick up the weapon and shoot that guy? I'm like, see, you guys be playing out here. Do you think some of these wild animals out here are playing with you? Do you think? Because they are not afraid of literally attacking you without any reason at all. And when I saw some mammy, some pick me trying to literally blame the mother of that boy, I'm like, no, we are not gonna do the blame game, blame the woman over here. Blame her for what her son did over here. The son did what was right, and I stand 10 toes down on that particular topic. I stand with what I said about that topic till today. And this is the thing, some women be out here literally defending acts like this. If he would have put hands on her and something would happen to him, let me tell you who would have been the villain in this video. She would have been the villain. Oh, but she should have just, say something when he complimented her. That is what they're gonna say. If something would happen to him in this particular video over here. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna still blame her because the cops came over later on and arrested his ass.
Her word, nigga, what the fuck you talking about? Yo, you on some bitch shit, nigga. Fuck out of here. Yo, listen, I was talking like, all I said was,
Look at you. Look at you. Dumbass bitch.
Personally, if it was me, I wouldn't be talking.
No, see, this is the thing. When they say abolish the police or whatever they're talking about out there, ladies, nobody's gonna come for your rescue, especially if you're a black woman. Nobody's gonna come for your rescue. And I'm gonna say it, the only protectors you probably have are the police. If they abolish those police, well, I'm gonna say this: Asian women have protection, white women have protection, but do you? Do you have protection? Do you feel protected? So all this abolish the police, do this, do that. Nah, I said do not. In fact, give them some more fun to actually protect you guys. Because this over here, this has been going on for a long time.
He literally did this to himself. We asked him to walk away so many times. He followed us back up because the line was way back here. We walked past him and he came back up to continue going at us. And the only reason he redirected his energy is when they came. But it was like walking behind us, getting himself more hype.
I feel like he wanted to put hands on her if she had said anything. If she had opened her mouth, I think he was just waiting for her to open her mouth and say something. Because he lingered around for a long time, abusing, insulting this woman the whole time. And he never thought to himself, I should leave. No, he was waiting for that thing to get violent, like physically violent. He was waiting for her to say one word so that he can put hands on her. And I'm pretty sure the mammies and the pygmies are gonna be on the back being like, oh, but she could have said something, when he gave her the compliment. Why would she take a compliment from somebody like this? Why? Oh, she should have at least acknowledged him, then he would have just walked away. How do you know that? How do you know he would have just walked away? He probably would have asked for a phone number, and if she did not want to give him the phone number, he would have gotten aggressive again.
His ass going on TikTok.
Oh, yeah, there's a light man.
Well, so that's what I have for you guys today, because I want to go for shopping later on. Probably in the evening, I might do another video. But for now, I am probably done with this particular topic. I'm going to say this. You guys let me know what you think about this video on the commentary section. Do not forget to press the like button and subscribe. And I will see you all on the next one. Have a great day and goodbye.